Hi friends, and welcome back to Nancy's Walkabout, episode 20. And happy Mother's Day. Well, actually, happy Mother's Day if you're in the UAE, and next week if you're in the UK. But if you're in another part of the world, probably in a few months' time. It's a personal joke of me and my friends who are mothers as expats. We end up having like 5 or 6 different Mother's Day a year. I wish they would just pick a day globally and make it Mother's Day. Don't you think? Right, ladies? It makes it so much easier. And also for husbands who keep forgetting Mother's Day, they keep thinking, oh, well, it's coming up again somewhere, and then they forget it again. So let's make it one day, like Father's Day, and then we're all happy. Anyway, just thought I'd make a shout out to all my UAE and UK mothers. And in line with that, I wanted to talk about a story and a writer that I was introduced to whilst I was pregnant with my baby little girl Sienna last year when I was doing my Harvard course. And the writer is Karen Russell, and her short story collection Orange World is the book that I was introduced to. And the story specifically that I'm going to talk about is Orange World. Karen Russell is a phenomenal writer. I mean, her stories are out of this world, literally. They are fiction to its best, absurdity. I mean, it's everything that I like. She mixes reality with absurdity, with outlandish kind of characters. You don't know where you are you here, are you there? Really phenomenal. Interestingly, I read this when I was pregnant, and the story is about actually a woman having her first child, so a new mother, as I called it. I was made to write an essay on this story, which I will put on my website, and you can actually read the essay just to see my thoughts on the story in more detail. But it really got me thinking about when I was a new mother, the first time I was pregnant with Max. And it is about kind of postpartum depression and loneliness and what happens after those first few months you have a baby. Third baby in, I wasn't really scared about that anymore. I've kind of, done it twice before. So I know the ropes. But I was thinking about the fears I had as a first mother, and then thinking about all my friends who actually are pregnant for the first time now, and they're probably going through the same thing. And then women out there who are going through the first time pregnancy, they're probably going through this because all mothers for the first time do actually. And so I love the story. I love how she brings this scary situation to light and to make us talk about this, which we sometimes do not want to talk about. Mothers are afraid to say, we're scared of being a mother. We don't know what we're doing. We should know what we're doing because, mothers before us have done it, and therefore it's easy and we should talk about this. Actually, when I was pregnant with my first son, I was so scared about postpartum depression and all the stories that I read about it, that I actually wrote a short story called Postpartum, and I turned it into a short film, and I won some awards about it. And it was a way for me to have a cathartic experience before I had my baby, to think about, well, what will I do when I'm pregnant and when I have my baby and I'm depressed and I can't love him anymore, and I have to wake up like in Karen's story at 4:44 every morning to feed the crying baby. You're tired, you don't know what you're doing, you're scared to talk to people. And what got me through it was my friends. And actually it's what Karen talks about. Karen talks about how mums, especially new mums, need other mums. Sadly, single women out there, women without children, it's hard for a new mum to talk to her friends who don't have children because they don't understand. Every night, something needing your milk, sucking on your breasts, as Karen puts it, sucking that life out of you. Really, you can only turn to someone who's actually had that experience. And so it was a bit of a plea to other mothers, please talk, let me talk to you. Please, I need help. I need friends who are mums. Specifically, if you're the first one in your friendship circle who is having a baby and all your girlfriends are still, maybe married but not with children, it's very hard for those mums because it's hard for them to make friends with new mums. And so I really love this story. I loved reading it whilst I was pregnant. My essay was all about that, about new mums needing mums who have done it, to help them, guide them through postpartum, to guide them to the orange world, not the red world, which we end up being. And I'm not going to spoil the story because I recommend it highly, and all of Karen's stories and novels. She's a phenomenal writer, so please get her books, support other women writers. She's a great place to start. And if you're wanting to become a writer, she's a great place to get inspired about what the kind of stories you can be writing. You know, you don't need to write about what you've gone through. You can write about fictitious, outlandish worlds. So anyway, happy Mother's Day. If you're a mom, let me know, write to me about your stories, how you dealt with postpartum, how you dealt with your first baby, second baby, third baby. I have friends who have 12 babies. So share those stories. We want to hear about them. We want to know what it's like to be a mom of 12 kids. We want to be able to know how it is, you know, not to be able to have kids. Let's talk about these things. You know, we as mothers or women who can't have babies as well, you know, we need to support each other. You know, if you're a mother of dogs or cats, you know, or you know, a teacher of children, you know, you're a mother. We all have those instincts. So anyway, happy Mother's Day to all of you out there. And again, check out Karen Russell's books, and see you next week.